Hey y'all, it's me, Nessa D. What's going on? I think I got this phone. Ooh, oh, that's too high. I think I got this phone mount somewhat together. And I wanted to say hi, what's going on? So I'm back at work today. I'm going to take my glasses off because these are really for reading. Oh, and nighttime. What? Y'all, get me together. So anyway, y'all. Oh, stick in my face. Okay. What's going on, y'all? It's me, Nessa D. I wanted to come on and say hello. I'm on my way home. And I had a pretty busy day. I felt like, gosh, I have a lot of work to do. Like, I feel like I'm just hanging on because it's towards the end of the month. And so I'll be going into processing. So that first 2 weeks of the month, and that last 2 weeks of the month, you're like scrambling to get your stuff done because you know next week is, and I'm at a conference all next week. Well, I'm there Monday, Tuesday, but starting Wednesday till Friday, I'm in a conference that I'm being sent to. My supervisor, or actually my director, chose me to attend this conference out of town, so I'll be gone, and maybe I will be spending the weekend in Sacramento. So I will be able to get some footage for y'all from Sacramento. I'm gonna go see, I hope to see a couple of my girlfriends, but I know for sure I'm gonna see one. And I don't have let me tell you something, I don't have no big group of friends I hang with. I have friends in different areas of the United States and out of the United States, but I am really exclusive when it comes to who I spend time with, who I share my secrets with, and things like that. And still, I don't share all my secrets because, you know, women, we don't do that. But I do have a really, really good small group of girlfriends that I can talk to, that, you know, we can share personal things and all of that stuff. So anyway, I have a friend of mine that I'm going to go see, and hopefully her daughter, mom will go out. And then 2 of my male friends, they may be able to come out. I don't know. I didn't plan it very well. Ooh, these people. I didn't plan it very well, but we'll see. But I want to tell you something else that happened today. So I got to work today and went to my desk, and what do I see is a huge, beautiful bouquet of flowers. Someone in the office, I believe someone in the office, ordered flowers and had them delivered to my desk on Wednesday. Now, I wasn't at work Wednesday. I was doing things with fam on Wednesday. To this day, for the last 8 hours, no one has figured it out. I have a coworker who's called the Floral Place, the 800 number. It is perfectly planned because whoever ordered the flowers, whether it be one person or a group, they made sure that I was not going to find out who. So I just finally said, let it go. When they're ready to let me know who they are, they will tell me. And if they never tell me, I'm okay with it. And that bouquet of flowers, let me see if I have them wrapped up. See, someone bought, so I have it wrapped up in towels and wrapped up in my seatbelt so it doesn't fall, because the vase is a huge transparent purple vase. It's very pretty. So anyway, I literally, my eyes teared up because, without going into too much, it has been, for me, a very trying few months. Just like anyone else, you know, with different things going on in their life, and making moves, making decisions, not always having or feeling like I have the backing that I want. And a lot of times that is my decision. Because I can be very private when it comes to making major decisions. And then sometimes I feel comfortable to go out and express what I'm gonna do. But my family is supportive. One thing I can say, my family is very loving and supportive. We have our things going on, but when it comes to any type of thing that's rocking our world, we come out, honey. We come out in droves. So, I don't, some people say it's age. I'll be 50 next year. So some people say, well, it's because you're getting older, so things are changing. Yes, things are changing, And I think my way of thinking, of course, has changed. My thought pattern, my, emotional, social has gotten, I think, even slightly reverting to when I was very young, because I'm super sensitive to a lot of different things. I'm very passionate about a lot of things, and I will cry, I will, be very verbally passionate about whatever the situation, especially injustice and injustice towards other people. So someone in that office, or a group of people in that office, bought me a bouquet of flowers and sat it on my desk. Let me tell you something, y'all. And it's, people say, oh, you're getting all excited over flowers. I love flowers, but it's not just the flowers. It's the thought that someone sat down and said, let's do something for Vanessa. Let's do something for Nessa D. And they put their money together and did something special for me. When you think everything is just horrible, or you're in the middle of trying so hard to put things together for yourself, to make projects work, your schedule's whacking crazy because I'm ambitious about certain things in my life, and you feel it's a lonely feeling sometimes. And I think entrepreneurs, project managers or developers or artists or whatever, you get that feeling sometimes that you're by yourself, even though people are saying to you, oh, you can do it, what can I do to help? Sometimes that feeling of I just really feel by myself in this, that's part of the ambition. But I think sometimes we go overboard with that feeling, and sometimes we ostracize our own selves away from people who want to help us. And I know I've had that issue at times where people are reaching out to me, and I'm so focused and/or apprehensive, I guess, about people getting too deep with what my ideas are, that I push them away. And it's not to be rude, it's just something I'm learning to work on. And I've been told this before, Vanessa, people do care about you, they love you, why don't you let people help you? And it probably comes from childhood, when I was growing up and was diagnosed with different learning disabilities, that I received intervention, and just that feeling of being different, and that feeling of not always understanding things the way someone else may understand, and feeling inferior to say, hey, well, this is how I see it. Well, no, this is how it is. So as I was growing up, just to give you a background, while I'm driving home, I'm leaning over so I can see y'all better, because then I'll be like this. But I was born with a hearing deficit. At the time, I probably could have used a hearing aid, but I wasn't fitted for one. So I did have a slight hearing deficit. I had a speech impediment where I stuttered, and I wrote backwards and read backwards. So you can imagine, I'm sorry, I wrote backwards. I did not read backwards. I wrote backwards. So I had a form of dyslexia. I had a speech impediment, and I also had some cognitive difficulties growing up as a child. And I was always very creative and funny, and ooh, I'm worried about this motorcycle. We're not on traffic. And it was something where it was pointed out quite regularly, because in the 70s, I was born in the 1970, in the 70s, we all were grouped together. All learning disabilities, behavioral disabilities, even emotional deficits. We all went together to the same room for therapy. So there was no separate therapist per diagnosis, or even close diagnosis. So we were all together, and everyone knew, everyone that went to that room for so many hours a day. Some were in there all day. It's like a, it was a hold on, y'all, I'm in some weird traffic. It was a resource room, one of the portable resource rooms. They started using portable resource rooms back in the 70s. That's where we went. And so we had a stigma. We had a stigma in school. So with that being said, as I went through my therapy, I grew out of some of it. I learned to cope with a lot of it, and I learned strategies to help me to work with those deficits or disabilities. And still at times I have to backtrack and really slow down, because those deficits still reel their ugly head at times. So you're looking at a woman who is a college graduate, who has taught others, who has been a director, who has been an administrator, who has hired, trained, maintained, small organizations. I've always worked and taken care of myself. But you're looking at a woman who's had issues throughout my education where I had a hard time understanding a lot of things. And even now today, the way I teach myself things when I am learning is really different from a lot of other people. There are things and strategies that I've taught myself, or that I've been taught, and I've like tweaked, that allow me to understand, certain concepts, especially mathematical concepts. Now you're also looking at a woman who maintains over 100 accounts a month, and who, calculates payments, who prorates payments, who does the percentages, who projects. And I have gotten kudos on that work. But for some, it may be easy. For me, it's a whole project. And I approach things in a way that could be very different from other people. So I've just learned how to cope with things. I still have to and need to approach new concepts and new theories in a way that is different sometimes from other people. So, don't always believe, and I don't know if this is everybody, don't always believe that just because someone has a college degree or college degrees or lucratively employed or whatever the case, that everything is, it's not. I've worked really hard, and there's been times where I've cried. I've broke down in tears because I was confused. I would just want to hide my face because I would get so stuck. And there were times where I'd have to really work on my memory. Still, that's something that I have to keep in check, because there are certain things that happen in my childhood that sometimes cause my memory not to be exactly where I want it to be. So I take a lot of notes. I write down a lot of things. I put things in certain areas. I use strategies to keep myself, and sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes what you may say is, oh, I forgot that. It's no big deal. For me, it's a big deal. And so everyone has their issues and problems, whatever. But I'm just giving you a little bit more about me, Nessa D, and maybe as I go along in my journey on YouTube, I'll talk more about different things in my childhood, different things in my adolescent life, and in my adult life. So back to the flowers. Getting the flowers, and a couple of people that I do talk with at work who know some of the things that I've been dealing with, I just find it to be so kind. And I've been praying for peace. I've been praying for different decisions to come through. I've been making steps and strides to change things in my career because I want to go in another direction, and it is happening. But with that being said, it's emotional to me. It's sometimes nerve-wracking, and even though the Bible says be anxious for nothing, that's something I have to work on, because anxiety is something that I have to work on. Growing up, I was an anxious child. Although I was a loving, bubbly child, I was anxious. So that's something that I do pray about. I have to claim deliverance from it, but the symptoms still do come up. And I hope that maybe, we can start talking more about mental health. There's a lot of YouTubers that are very much into promoting mental health, and I'm one of those people. I haven't said a lot about it directly, but I have said things about it in some of my videos. But that anxiety is it's also emotional, social emotional, and it's just something that I will always work on in my life. So yeah, y'all, I just wanted to share that today, and hopefully this weekend. Okay, so next week I'm going to a conference, and then I'll be visiting some friends up north. So I hope to do some footage of a couple of places I stopped by, and I hope you guys and girls watch. I know that the YouTube drama is exciting and fun, and I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't been watching it, but I have pulled back. I definitely have pulled back from commenting and commentating as much as I used to, and just relaxing into other interests that hopefully y'all will be interested in. So now I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna say nothing, because once I get revved up, I will say something. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. But anyway, y'all, so, and then I think that I want to start doing a dating session. So yes, I have decided finally, after about 6 months, 7 months, I'm gonna start dating again. Now, not to say I haven't been out with any of my male friends. I'm just saying I'm ready to try to have a relationship. Oh my God, just talking about it makes me tired. But my male friends that I have now are my friends. Some of them I have dated before, some I've never dated. It's not a big amount, but it's a few. And one of my male friends that I have dated, that we dated off and on for a while, we're very close, he has a lot to say. So I'm gonna see if he wants to do video. He actually did a video with me, and I've never uploaded it because I'm just not ready for my friends to be on. Once you have friends on your platform, even if you never say you dated them, people gonna assume. And so I just decided to wait on that. I'm not ready for that yet. But yeah, y'all, there's suitors available, okay? There are suitors available that are in my age group, a little older, who like women like me. These are usually retired men. These are usually men who are all getting ready to retire, or they're already retired. Of course, they've been married or divorced, or they have older kids. So that's fine with me too. So I'm just giving you a preview, okay? I'm not saying I'm gonna do it next week. I'm saying I'm gonna do it But there are suitors. I say suitors because I'm old school. Ooh, my battery is 15%, huh? I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't charge it all day. So I'm gonna stop right there. I don't have my glasses on, but I'm thinking I'm at least 16, 17 minutes or whatever. I don't know. So I'm gonna upload this. I just wanted to say hello and let you guys know that everything's coming along. Everything's coming along. I'm working on my outline for my project for our religious group. We'll see what happens. I'm so glad I feel comfortable sharing some things about my life with perfect strangers. Maybe this will make you feel like you can share as well. Feel comfortable with everyday. They close that restaurant. Feel comfortable with everyday things going on in your life. I'm not going to come on here and pretend everything is perfect, everything is great. I have everything. Everyone else is bad. Nobody has it like me. You should get like me. You're this, you're that. I have no interest in that type of platform. I want to talk about real things. Of course, I do like my sci-fi and I like my action. So I got another, I think I have another movie I'm getting ready to watch and review. So while I'm on this little break, but so yeah, y'all, that's it. I'm sleepy. I've been staring at a screen all day. Oh, I know it sounds cushy, but it's not. It's a lot of work, y'all. And I've done both. I've done physical work and I've done sitting at a desk work, and I like a little of both. And so that's important to me. So I'll talk to y'all later. I'm going to go home. I'm going to have some dinner. I'm going to have some iced tea, unsweetened, and just get on my laptop, finish a couple of things, make a few phone calls, and we'll see what goes on after that. All right, talk to you later. Bye.